6:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Niranjan Abesundara. A national policy will be introduced on water resource management. The government gives priority to develop agriculture. The budget plans to take the country from an import economy to a manufacturing economy. Decision to conduct the GCE O-level examination will be taken within the next 10 days. In world news, Ethiopia's Prime Minister declares assault on capital. Sports news: cricket. Inaugural Lanka Premier League tournament will get underway today at the Surya Weber International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. Mr. Chamal Rajapaksa said that a national policy will be prepared on water resource management. He mentioned this while taking part in the Committee State Budget debate in Parliament today. He pointed out that various measures have been taken to provide drinking water and water for other purposes in the dry zone. Steps have been taken to develop small tanks. Mr. Chamal Rajapaksa said the Maha Ala and Wamba Ala irrigation schemes are being implemented in the northern province. Taking part in the debate, Minister S.M. Chandrasena said the government has given priority to develop agriculture. It is the government who will provide lands for young entrepreneurs to cultivate. He further said that irrigation schemes such as Malamata Oya, which provides water to Anuradhapura, will be implemented soon. MP Tushar Indanal said that Paddy Marketing Board Act should be updated. Taking part in the debate, MP Anukumar Sanayaka said a mobile institution should be established to conserve soil. State Minister Siripala Gamlat said measures will be taken to increase production capacity of the Mahabali farmlands. General Secretary of Sri Lanka Freedom Party State Minister Dasiri Jayasekara said budget has made plans to take the country on a development path from an import economy to a manufacturing economy. Taking part in the government party leaders' media briefing today, he said government has taken measures for the development of the country with a new economic program. He pointed out the country should have achieved high economic growth if not for the pandemic. He said the government has planned to cultivate 16 essential crops to strengthen the economy. Minister of Education for the GLP says the decision to conduct the GCE O-level examination will be taken within the next 10 days. He was speaking during a media briefing today at the Department of Government Information. Minister K. Rambakwala said government has taken measures to prevent an interruption to the education of children. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Parliamentarian S.V. Sanayaka said a circular issued recently has not meant not to give advertisements to private media organizations. President Secretary Dr. P. Vijayasundara has issued a circular to prevent publishing of greetings on the President's and the Prime Minister's birthdays at government expense by government institutions. Such expenses were waste of public funds. He was speaking during a media briefing of the Sri Lanka Petali Perimana in Colombo today. Speaking further, he said the Ratna Lanka company to protect ships was destroyed by several ministers of the previous government due to personal reasons. He pointed out that although charges have been levelled stating that state institutions such as Electricity Board, Sri Lankan Airlines, SLTB, Rupavahini Corporation, SLBC are being operated with losses, they should be maintained for national needs. The Ratna Sutra chanting organised by the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation takes place this evening from the Athrugiriya Purana Sri Mahaviharaya. Ratna Sutra chanting will be held under the guidance of the Chief Mangala Temple, Venerable Rukmale Damaketi Thero. It will broadcast at 6:30 p.m. on SLB's single commercial service, City FM and regional services. And that ends local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Minister of Health said that 369 patients have been discharged from hospitals after recovering from the coronavirus. This will bring the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in the country to 15,816. A total of 21,569 confirmed cases of coronavirus have been reported in the country so far, while 5,557 of them are currently being treated in hospitals. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhaleba.
On to Watchlight, Eastern Province Governor Anuradha Yahampath said all schools in the Kalmane Educational Zone will be closed for a period of 7 days. She said decision was taken after identifying of COVID patients during a random PCR test conducted in the area. 20 COVID patients have been found in the Akrepattu and Sentamaru areas. That came to in Watchlight. On to world news, Ethiopia's Prime Minister declares assault on capital. Turkey's court jails officers over 2016 coup plot. Australia's biggest telecom find over indigenous contracts. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says he's launching the final phase of the army's operation in the Tigray region, an attack on the region's capital, Mekelle. The military would try not to harm civilians and urge people in the city to stay at home. It comes after a deadline he gave to Tigray title to surrender passed yesterday. TPLF party, which controls Tigray, has vowed to keep fighting. A court in Turkey has given life sentences to dozens of defendants in one of the biggest trials linked to the 2016 coup attempt. Air Force pilots and armed commanders are among the nearly 500 defendants accused of trying to overthrow President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. They allegedly directed a plot from the Aknisi Air Base near Ankara. Erdogan say US-based Muslim Al-Tariq Fethullah Gulen masterminded the plot which led to mass arrests. Mr. Gulen has denied an involvement in the attempted coup. Australia's largest telecom faces a $50 million fine over its sale of mobile contracts to vulnerable indigenous customers. The fines led to 180 indigenous customers who paid for contracts they could neither understand nor afford. Australia's consumer watchdog accused Telstra of degrading conduct for the sales. Telstra apologized and agreed to waive debts, refund the money paid, and reduce the risk of similar conduct in the future. And back to the headlines of the world news. Ethiopia's Prime Minister declares assault on capital. Turkey's court jails officers over 2016 coup plot. Australia's biggest telecom find over indigenous contracts. That was world news. Development news. The government of Switzerland has funded the installation of new semi-automated Roche Diagnostics RT-PCR testing machines at the Bandaranaike International Airport. Mr. Switzerland to Sri Lanka and the Maldives said the Swiss government also provides 39,000 COVID RT-PCR test kits. This newly installed advanced equipment at the BIA is the first of its kind in Sri Lanka and significantly increases the testing capacity, enabling 1,300 RT-PCR tests per day with a turnaround time of approximately 3 hours. Switzerland believed this arrangement would considerably contribute and facilitate the safe and speedy return of Sri Lankan migrant workers. On to sports news. Inaugural Lanka Premier League tournament will get underway today at Surya Baba International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. The final of the 23-match tournament will be worked off in Hambantota on the 16th of December. 5 teams, Colombo Kings, Kandy Tuskers, Gold Gladiators, Jaffna Stallions and Dambulla Vikings will compete for the honours. The opening match between Colombo and Kandy is scheduled to take place at 7:30 tonight. Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation will give ball-by-ball commentaries of the Lanka Premier League 2020 in all 3 languages. 6 members of Pakistan cricket team have tested positive for COVID-19 while on tour in New Zealand. All 6 have been moved from managed isolation into quarantine, and the team's exemption from social distancing rules for training has been suspended. Health officials said all 53 members of the visiting squad were tested on arrival in the country. All members of the Pakistan squad had earlier tested negative 4 times before leaving the Pakistan city of Lahore. Former Argentina teammate Ossie Adel says today's football superstars Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo could not even dream of being admired as much as Diego Maradona. 3 days of national mourning has begun in Argentina. Maradona died yesterday at the age of 60. His body will lie in state at the Casa Rosada, the residential palace in Buenos Aires, during that time. Maradona, who played for clubs including Barcelona and Napoli, was captain when Argentina won the 1986 World Cup, scoring the famous Hand of God goal against England in the quarterfinals. That was sports news. On to business news. A Korean entrepreneur has won the business Rise to Cable Car project in Kandy. Entrepreneur is 71-year-old Sky Asia chairman Yoo Sun-ha. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, the construction will begin next year, and the cable car project is expected to open by end of 2022. It will connect 22.2 kilometers from downtown Kandy and the Hantana mountain. A total of $35 million will be invested in the project. That was business news. Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Asian Development Bank, the government yesterday signed a $165 million loan agreement to provide immediate financing support for small and medium-sized enterprises. They've been severely affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The loan is for long-term financing of SMEs, including businesses led by women and smallholders. Finance Ministry Secretary Isar Attikala signed the loan agreement for the government. ADB Sri Lanka Resident Investment Country Director Chen Chen signed on behalf of the ADB. That is economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On to the weather. Met Department says showers or thundershower will occur tomorrow at a few places in the Wu and eastern provinces. That was the weather report, and back to the headline of the news. A national policy will be introduced on water resource management. Government gives priority to develop agriculture. About the plans to take the country from an import economy to a manufacturing economy. Decision to conduct GCE all examination will be taken within the next 10 days. In world news, Ethiopia's Prime Minister declares assault on capital. Sports news cricket, the inaugural Lanka Premier League tournament will get underway today at Suryavar International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. That is the news. Back to Prashant. Keep entertained this Thursday evening. Over to you, Prashant.